k1100lt and we're looking to do a repair on the water oil pump, which is down there, the black lump you can see. So first thing we need to do is take this inner lower fairing off. Looks like it's just held on with a set of screws running around the inside. Hopefully that's all there is there, so I'll crack on with that. Okay, so as you can see there, that's the front lower inner fairing panel that covers the radiator, with the radiator mesh covering in there, as you can see. Thankfully, as I've discovered, it is held on just with the self-tapping screws, and additionally one little Allen bolt which holds this assembly here with the brake line and the ABS signal wire. So that's undone and dropped out. Also, something else that's great and handy there is it gives me access to the thermostat housing, so I can whip the stat out and give that a check as well, which is something else I wanted to do. Okay, the next part of this is removing the actual pump assembly, which first starts with the cover. As you can see there, there's these two leads here, the oil and the water temperature sensor leads, which need to be unclipped. Pop the rubber covers off and then slide the spade connectors off. There's a water pump at the other side, which will need to be removed before the main body comes off, but just for the moment I'm going to go ahead and take the cover off. So loosen all the Allen bolts, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 Allen bolts, as you can see there, and then I'm going to give it a bit of gentle persuasion with a hide mallet to encourage that to come off, and then it'll be the hose and then the main pump assembly coming off after that, at which point I'll be sticking a catch pan down to catch any drips of oil, as I'm sure there will be some. Okay, there's the cover removed, and there's the cover sitting there in quite nice condition, considering it's been sat in a bath of nothing but water with no corrosion inhibitor or antifreeze in for the while that I've had it. But in total you've got 5. You've got this one, 4 running round the top, this one here, sorry, 4 running round the top, and then 2 long ones which run through the pump body itself, as you can see down here. So I'm just going to give this a few more gentle persuasive taps, and hopefully it'll pop off. Okay, there in front of us is the oil stroke water pump assembly. This obviously is the back side of it, with the tooth shaft that runs through the back to the impeller at the front. That part's the oil pump, obviously, and the water pump at the front. This channel here is where the water runs through to the drip tube, which you get, which is the bit that gives you the telltale sign, which is that bit just there. And as you can see, there's a little pocket, and obviously the hole comes through there, and this is the drip tube that gives you the telltale sign that the seals have gone on the water pump, and water starts to dribble back through there into there and out of the drip tube, and when that starts dripping, that's when you know that the seals need replacing on the pump unit. And that's the engine with the shaft there that drives the other shaft. Okay, so we've got the water pump off the bike and the pump cover. This is the bit that's visible from the front of the bike. What we need to do now is disassemble the pump assembly, the spindle, and then give it a good clean up in preparation for the new seals and reassembling it to refit to the bike. So the first thing we need to do is we need to slacken off the bolt that fastens the water turbine blades onto the front, which connects to this portion on the back here. BMW have very thoughtfully provided a 6mm Allen socket end into this spindle, so you need something like this, slot into there, and preferably a socket type so that you can actually attach a socket wrench to it, and a 13mm standard socket on the other side, and we'll crack that open. Once that's open, you can just go ahead and undo that. the water pump spindle. Whoops, preferably without throwing it at the casing. And there's the spacer. The old spacer, you get a new one in the kit, so we'll be replacing that. And then apparently, to remove this spindle, it's simply a case of refitting it and giving it a bit of a clout to just get that moving. However, as it transpires, I've just given that a shove and the thing's fallen out anyway, which is, as far as I'm concerned, that's great. So yep, there's the spindle. I'm assuming this is the old type of water pump seal, which is a sort of rubber stroke plastic assembly, I believe. And there's a spring portion of it there. Oops. It's just come adrift nicely. Shame the rest of it hasn't. I think I may have to drift those out from the back. To get the seals out, I've had to resort to flipping the pump over and attacking it with an old screwdriver, which is slightly blunted edges, so less chance of damage. And it's basically just been a case of positioning it and very, very carefully tapping that with a hide mallet, attacking it from 4 different angles to try and get an even removal, and then just flipping it over every now and again to check. As soon as it started to come out enough, I then managed to lever the water pump seal out, which, as you can see there, is absolutely caked up. It's a real mess, and the thing just fell apart as I was removing it anyway. Clearly this is why BMW have developed a newer one. Now I'm just doing the self-same thing with the oil pump seal. The key word here is careful. Last thing you want to do is go too deep and actually gouge into the surface that the seal seats on. So I don't know if you can see inside there, but hopefully that will be clear enough to give you an idea of what the inside looks like once you've got the seals out.